Hi, I'm Hadi Kunle Olabihun. Welcome to AIC TV. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be speaking on how you can build motivation. You see, sometimes in our lives we feel we should really do something, or we wants to do something so great and something so important to us, and we're not energized, we don't have enough motivation to do it, we're scared of doing it. Even though we understand that this is very important to us to do, this is something we really want to do, but something is holding us back. Some believes that am I strong enough for this? Is this meant for me? And all that. All these big things are enough to stop people from doing what they are doing. So if you are not motivated enough to do what you want to do, you might not really end up doing anything. I was at a session sometimes ago, so about 3 days ago or thereabout. I was speaking to young folks like myself in a particular church for a program about finance exactly. So the lady asked a controversial question that was not even about the topic we're discussing. She asked me how can she build motivation. She has a business she wants to start, but the problem is that she's not so motivated to do it. So she was asking me how she could build motivation. And I smiled at her and said, that is so easy, but it's not so easy at the same time. You see, motivation is something that must be served every day. It's just like a food. You've got to be serving yourself every day. But if you keep serving yourself every day without an inside desire for that thing, it is pointless. What am I saying basically is that trying to motivate yourself with outside factors without an intrinsic motivation first is pointless. If you want to build motivation, you have to lay the foundation of motivation inside yourself first. You have to be self-motivated first. You don't have to wait for outside factors to motivate you, because if that's what you're waiting for, factors outside of you will demotivate you. So how do you battle this kind of situation? What you have to do is to first build motivation inside yourself. So how can you build intrinsic motivation? How can you build motivation inside yourself? It's simple. If you want to build motivation inside yourself, you have to be at the core of what you want to do. You see, I simply told the lady, if you really want to build motivation inside yourself, you need to understand why you want to do what you want to do. Yes, if you can understand why it is very important for you to do what you want to do, you will be motivated. I mean, if you can face the problem head on, see the problem in reality. If your idea is about saving the world, through a particular endeavor or NGO, and you've been looking at, okay, if we do things like this, we do things like this, it's probably my work, and you're not really motivated, probably you should go out into the field one day, see how the problem is affecting the lives of others, see how what you want to do is affecting people. See how the problem you are trying to solve is affecting people. If you can see that, you will feel this this inner cry within yourself, and you feel like, really, and I can do something to help these people. And trust me, after that moment, you have the desire, that motivation, it's just built inside yourself. You really want to do it because you've seen others suffering. So if you want to build motivation within yourself, you first have to understand why you need to do what you're doing, why it's so important for you to do it. You see, I tell people, if you think it is easy to just sit in the corner of your room and make decisions that will affect people's life, oh, it's so easy, then go out there and join these people, see how they're really living. That is when you understand what they're really going through. Statistics will only give you a glimpse of how the entire thing is. It won't show you reality. Until you are there to feel what these people are feeling, you will not be able to relate with them. So what am I saying basically? What I'm saying is that if you must build motivation inside yourself, you have to face the problem head on. You have to face the problem in a realistic manner. You have to understand why you need to do it, why people need you. If you can understand why people need you, then you'll be able to lay the foundation of motivation inside yourself. Do you want to start a business? You have a product, you have an idea, you have a solution to something problem, you want to start an NGO and you need motivation. First, understand the core. Go to the core. Understand the problem. Understand why you have to do what you have to do. If it's possible, go out into the field, see how these things is affecting others. If you can do that, you have laid the foundation of motivation within yourself already. Because after that moment, and if you're failing to do it, that inner cry will continue to be like, you could really do something about this thing and you're not doing it. So if you really want to make the world a better place like you had intended, then you have to understand what the world is going through first. So that's the first thing you need to do if you want to build motivation inside yourself. Now, after you've done that, the next thing you have to do is to look at others who have walked on the path and have become successful. I'm not asking you to look at others that have failed. Examine the stories of others who have walked on that path and they have been successful. You have to read up their stories. If it is possible, meet them one-on-one, interview them. How did you do it? Read books written by them. Listen to their success stories so that you can avoid the pitfalls they make, so that you can be motivated to do better than they did. Listen to other people's stories who have walked on that path. It does not matter whether you're a student or whatever you are. Even as a student, if you need motivation, you first have to understand why you need to study. If you understand why you need to study, then you look at people who have graduated but with first class, with second class, upper outstanding students or successful students after the university. Try to reach out to them. Listen to their story. Trust me, successful people are really always ready to share their stories. Listen to their story. What exactly is it about? Then you'll be able to derive motivation from that part too. Because when they tell you how they started, you will discover that somehow you are better than they are at this point in your life. Okay, so that's the second thing you have to do. And the last thing you have to do is to take up courses, read books, listen to motivational tapes. Keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself motivated. That's the next thing you need to do. Take materials, read materials that's going to build you up, that's going to motivate you, that's going to build on your motivation. That's the third thing. And lastly, take action. Take action. You see, all of these things would have been useless if you're not taking action. I mean, what's the point of being motivated and you're doing nothing? If you're really doing something and you're seeing the result no matter how little, you'll be forced or compelled to do more. You'll be motivated to do more when you start seeing results. By default, results motivate people. By default. So if you want to be motivated, try to get results. Okay, so that's enough for this week. On motivation. Join me on TNWA special this Thursday. It's coming up this Thursday. You can also subscribe to a newsletter by sending subscribe to aiic.fem@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me at adekunleimpact@gmail.com. If you have a business idea, you have a problem with an idea you want to put into reality, or you want to discover your real life purpose, I can help you with that. You can reach out to me. Okay, so have a wonderful time. I am Adekunle Lambiwonu. Goodbye.